All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cabral Concept, episode 3092 here today on the show. I want to share with you exactly how to protect your skin naturally from the sun and why you don't need to worry about it like many dermatologists would have you believe. So the sun is here for our health, our benefit. It's used for detoxification in our bodies. It improves overall circulation. It improves detoxification. It is a hermetic stressor, which I'll get to in just a moment. It provides vitamin D. It's good for our hormones and so much more. So here's the issue. When we're told every day to stay out of the sun and to slather on tons and tons of sunscreen, we're actually doing ourselves an injustice and our health harm. One of the reasons is that most sunscreens are absolutely toxic, that they contain ingredients that we know are carcinogens, which mean they can cause cancer. So certainly not a good thing. There are many types of safe sunscreen that I'm going to share with you as well. And no, I do not recommend getting a sunburn. That means you got too much sun. So like most things in life, I get a lot of questions on this and I'm always happy to answer them, is that there is a safe amount and healthy amount of fish oil to use on a daily basis. There's a safe amount and healthy amount of ashwagandha to use on a daily basis if you'd like. There's a safe amount of liquid melatonin. There's a safe amount of everything that you want to use. There's a safe amount of exercise, right? A safe amount of sleep. We know people that get more than 9 hours of sleep on a consistent basis, not as healthy as those that get between 7 and 9 hours. Those that get 6 hours, not as healthy as those that get between 7 and 9, right? So those people whose vitamin D levels are below a 30, definitely not healthy. Below a 50, not optimal. Above an 80, probably too high for most people unless they're working specifically with the health practitioner. So everything is not about moderation, but about balance. What do you need for your body? And I'm telling you right now, safe sun and vitamin D is something that our bodies need. And also the whole absurdity about, well, about 15 minutes a day is what you need for safe sun. For who, right? For who? If I have a little bit darker skin, a little bit more pigmentation in my skin because I have a Mediterranean background of being Portuguese and Italian and other things in my heritage, well, I can get a lot more sun, truthfully, than a lot of my friends. I can be out in the sun and not get a sunburn unless I'm out in very strong sun for maybe an hour plus in strong sun. Regular sun, I'm not going to get a sunburn. Where I have good friends, they're out for 15 to 20 minutes with no sunscreen, their skin's getting red, right? So we have to just understand that everything in life really is bio-individual. We all need these things in life, right? A little omega-3s, a little bit of, whatever it is that we need, exercise, but we can't overdo it. Some people need more exercise than others. Endomorphs need more exercise than ectomorphs or vata. The nervous systems are different. The metabolisms are different. So the sun should be no different. All right. Now that I've said that, the sun can have detrimental effects on our health. How is that possible? We just talked about all the good things. Well, the issue is this, is that anything good for you can be overdone. And if you get too much sun, it comes along with UV rays or UV radiation. And that radiation can cause reactive oxygen species under the skin, which leads to oxidative stress. Now, what most people think about, well, it could lead to skin cancer, it could lead to wrinkles, it could lead to saggy skin, it could lead to roughness of the skin or darker patches or whatever it might be. And all of those things are actually true when overdone, right? Sunburns can lead to all of those things. Now, extended sun over a lifetime can lead to more wrinkles. There's no doubt about that. And if not having any wrinkles on your face or lines with aging is important to you, well, then you can use safe sunscreen on your face. You're welcome to do that. That is everyone's prerogative. And I think the statistic is that 80% of all facial aging skin-wise is due to UV rays. Now, for someone like me, although I don't want to look old necessarily before my time, I'm okay with getting sun. I really am. That's my prerogative. It's what I've chosen to do. Other people don't. And again, that's totally fine as well. But are you okay then with getting sun maybe on your arms, maybe on your back or chest or legs so that you can get some of that natural vitamin D? That's what I'm essentially asking people. Another thing to think about is this. Yes, the UV radiation can, again, as I just said, create reactive oxygen species, ROSs, right? And oxidative stress. Basically, think of that as free radicals. So it's damaging our body, creating inflammation. Not discounting that at all. That's when you get too much, because the sun is called a hermetic stressor. So when you exercise a normal amount over time, your body adjusts to that. It gets used to it. Now let's say you're used to doing 30-minute workouts. I do 30 to 40-minute workouts. If I were to do an hour and a half of the same intensity I do for that 30 to 40 minutes, my body would be all sorts of beat up. Like I would be wiped. There's no doubt about it. And every once in a while, probably no big deal, right? But what did I do? I created a lot of reactive oxygen species, a lot of oxidative stress, a lot of inflammation. Can my body recover from that? Yes, if I'm taking in good antioxidants, good nutrition, supplementation, sleep, hydration, the whole de-stress protocol, right? I mean, that's a big, big part of it. There's no doubt about it. So what I'm sharing with you is that just like exercise, just like fasting, just like the sauna, right? 30 minutes of the sauna is great. An hour and a half of sauna, probably not a good idea, right? So there's just always levels to health, just like anything else. So my advice for you is find your safe limit in the sun, and then you're going to be able to enjoy all the benefits of the sun without all of the UV radiation and harsher hermetic-based stressors, okay? So I want to leave that at that. Now, what can I share with you, though, in order to protect your skin naturally? The first place I want to start is actually with diet. Believe it or not, there are studies showing that antioxidants in your diet, specifically from polyphenols, help protect you against the reactive oxygen species, the ROS, the ROSs, and the oxidative stress. And here's why. It's actually pretty straightforward. Oxidative stress creates free radicals. Those free radicals can be eliminated or squelched or dealt with inside of your body by antioxidants, right? Oxidative stress. What do you need when there's oxidation in the body? An antioxidant. That's it. I mean, that's really what your body needs. Now, it produces its own, pretty amazing, but not to the level that you need when a greater stressor has been applied to the body. So in those cases, you need something with high polyphenols that have high antioxidants. There are really only two types of foods in this group. There are caveats to that, and you can always find a caveat to it. But the truth is this: brightly colored fruits and vegetables. Now, immediately when I say that, people are going to say, well, what about meat? Yes, you can still eat meat. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is the polyphenols are in the brightly colored fruits and veggies, right? So there's all sorts of absurdities. Again, like anybody can say anything online. It doesn't matter how much research there is. They're always going to cherry pick out an individual study that shows an issue with one particular individual or case. But brightly colored fruits and vegetables are what really should make up the greater amount of your diet. Like that's the truth. So that you should be eating 7 to 9 servings, which is basically 7 to 9 cups of fruits and veggies every day. 2, 3 with breakfast, 3 with lunch, 3 with dinner, you're all set. Like that's it. It can be anything from lettuce. In the morning, you could have blueberries, wild blueberries. You could have raspberries and blackberries and strawberries and cherries and all these great low glycemic berries. And then for lunch, it could be what I do, which is just a cup of cauliflower, a cup of broccoli, a cup of cooked carrots, and that's it. So it's just 3 cups. Now, you probably have to work up to that, right? Probably not your first day having all of those, but that's easy enough to do. Like those can just be popped in the oven, no oil or anything. You can add your olive oil afterwards, which I'll talk about in one second, and then add your protein. Like really easy, straightforward, and honestly very cheap. That's one of the reasons why I like to do it. I can make it at work in a toaster oven. I can add my protein and I'm good to go. And then for dinner, you can have a salad, you can have some asparagus, you can have whatever you'd like really straightforward. And then of course, why do I keep saying adding olive oil or avocado? The reason is that there are polyphenols in those as well, really powerful antioxidants. So then you can make your diet how you want it to be. Just get in your fruits and veggies, and that's going to give you a lot of those antioxidants. All right. What about in terms of nutritional supplements? Well, something like the daily fruit and vegetable blend, 22 organic fruits and vegetables. You can use that or whatever your favorite company's product is. But brightly colored fruit and veggie blend works great. Fish oil works phenomenally well. I usually recommend 2 grams per day of a higher EPA to DHA based formula. All the ones I use, by the way, are at stephencabral.com/shop. Feel free to check out exactly what we use in our integrative health practice. But again, you do whatever works for you, you do that. That works great. Vitamin C can be absolutely fantastic. What else can be great? Resveratrol has been shown to be good. Coenzyme Q10 has been shown to be great. We have those in a product called Cell Boost, which is great. Another product called Inflammasome, which contains turmeric and ginger and purple sweet potato extract. So that's another great one. And then a lot of people swear by astaxanthin, so they like that as well. To be honest, I would use nutritional supplements. We like to start with a daily foundational protocol that has the majority of what you need, and then you can kind of build out from there. You can do the immunity protocol after that, which is your vitamin C and zinc, et cetera, that are helpful. I've tried the 12 milligrams of the astaxanthin before, and I didn't seem to get any greater protection using it or not. Now, I'm not saying it's not a powerful antioxidant, but I just didn't see it. One that we do know works is beta carotene from vitamin A. So these red carotenoid-based antioxidants seem to be very helpful. So the carrots, the beta carotene, et cetera, orange peppers, all those things can be great. But they're going to help to a degree. Don't think that some people say they can be used as sunscreen. I haven't seen it yet. Hasn't necessarily worked for me. Hasn't worked for a lot of people in my private practice. So I always like to be honest as well. You don't want to just purposely go out there and try to test the sun and see if you get a sunburn just because you're using good nutritional supplements. All right, another big one is actually hydration. So I know it seems strange, but being well hydrated really does improve overall skin elasticity, etc. So I definitely recommend getting half your body weight in fluid ounces per day. Smoothies, herbal teas, all of that does count. You might need a little bit more. You might need a little bit less based on your bio-individuality. Now, when you're out in the sun and you're sweating, especially noticeably sweating, you're going to want to hydrate a little extra that day. So really nice to just be able to bring something, maybe with some electrolytes, just some natural sea salt, squeeze a lime, that's great, or you can use your favorite electrolyte-based packet. That works as well. All right, the last thing I wanted to share with you, and I think that this is probably like icing on the cake, are then your skin-based products. So something like Advanced Collagen Support, which is a lower animal-based product, but really advanced patented forms of collagen that can help with overall sun-based damage, which can be really helpful. The zinc that I talked about before, CoQ10, and then this resveratrol. Those are a little bit more fancy, nutritional supplements, but they can absolutely be beneficial on top of the daily fruit and vegetable blend, your daily nutritional support, your omega-3s, et cetera. Those are definitely your first place to start. And the last is wear sun tan lotion, sunscreen, however you want to refer to it, if you're going to be out for an extended period of time. So one thing that I always recommend is a simple non-nanoparticle zinc oxide suntan lotion. It's simple. They really do rub in. There's not a huge issue with them. You can get a lot of the very natural based ones at Whole Foods or online. I have all my favorite products at stephencabral.com/resources. You can just find different suntan lotions, or you can also make your own. You really can. And I'm going to link up the podcast. I did it a long time ago. It's episode 546. So if you go to stephencabral.com/546, I have a natural sunscreen recipe there with olive oil, coconut oil, shea butter, red raspberry, which acts as a 28 to 50 SPF, believe it or not, carrot seed oil, which acts as a 38 to 40 SPF, and then just natural zinc oxide. So it's a simple recipe you can make right at home. If you don't trust outside brands, you can certainly make that. Smells nice, works great, and just rubs right into your skin. So not only is it great to block the sun, it's actually hydrating and nourishing for the skin because the natural oils from the olive oil, shea butter, and coconut oil absorb into the skin as well. So I think that's pretty amazing too in its own right. So the recipe is at episode 546. My favorite sunscreens are at stephencabral.com/resources. The nutritional supplements that I use are at stephencabral.com/shop. And what else can I share with you? The last part is this. If you're going to be outside for an extended period of sun this summer or any time, just wear a sun shirt, a lightweight sun shirt. Throw that on once you've got enough sun. Very simple, very straightforward, keeps you cool, keeps the sun off you, and allows you to enjoy the day. Hopefully this was helpful, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of this Cabral Concept community. If the show was helpful, do feel free to share it with anyone else you believe it could serve. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.